And remember, a variable is just a number that you have no idea what it is. So you treat it just like a number. So let's just use regular numbers. 1/2 plus 2/3. How would I add this? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so reading.
So whatever you do to a fraction, you have to treat top and bottom the same. So you're making the bottom number into a 6. So this becomes, as you said, 3/6. And for this one?
Times 2 for both, yeah. So it'll be 4/6.
So now we can add these together because the bottom numbers are the same. You have 3 6s and 4 6s. So how many 6s do you have? 7 6s. Or if you actually divide, how many times does 6 go into 7? Once, with 1 left over. Bottom number just stays the same. There you go. What if I had, let's see, 1 over A plus 2 over B? How would I do this problem? All right, so I got to multiply this by B and multiply this by B. This one here?
Times A and then 2 times A.
All right. So I treat it exactly like I would treat fractions. I multiply the bottom and top by the same thing. Oops. So this fraction becomes B over AB plus 2A over, and I'm just going to write down AB just to keep it consistent. And it doesn't matter what order you multiply in, right? You get the same answer? So just for consistency, I'm going to make it look like this. So my final answer is, like right over there, how did I get 7? I add it. So what should I do to the tops? Add them. B plus 2A over AB. That's your final answer. So now, actually, you have 2 letters and a number. So I look at that, and I need to ask myself, the bottom number needs to be the exact same thing, but this has an A. This has an A times B. This has a 3 times A. What would be my common denominator for all 3 of these guys? 3AB. They all need to have the exact same thing. This has an A, but it doesn't have a 3 or a B. So guess what I multiply it by? Whatever's missing, you multiply it by 3 and B. This has an A and a B, but it doesn't have a 3. So what do I multiply by? 3. Put the dots there. This has a 3 in the A, but it doesn't have the B. So what do I multiply by? B. And now I have my common denominator. It's all going to be, and I'll write it all under one fraction, 3AB. Put your number first and then the letters in alphabetical order. So here, I have a 3 times a 3. What's 3 times 3? 9. I have a B, B. What does that say? Here, I just have a 3 and a 5, which is 15. Here, I have a what? A 5B. Now, my question is this. Can I leave it? Am I done? Or is there anything I can combine?
You can combine.
What can I combine?
The 9B and the 5B.
Ooh, the 9B and the minus 5B. Remember, it is a minus 5B. That is important. So those two I can combine. I have 9 B's, but then I take away 5 B's. How many B's do I have left? 4B. So my final answer is 4B over 3AB, but we're still not done. What was that?
15.
Exactly. You passed the test. 4B plus 15 over 3AB. And now I am done. I'm going to start off this problem for you. I have things that are being subtracted. When it comes to fractions, do you add things to the top and bottom? What do you usually do? You multiply or divide, but in this case we'll be multiplying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put parentheses around any groups that they give you that isn't just being multiplied. So this is considered one term. X minus 1 is one denominator. X minus 2 is another denominator. So somebody share with me, how would I do that problem? Think of it as like 2 over 5 plus 3 over 6. Or let's make it 7. So that problem is exactly like this problem, the way you would do it. So you have this x minus 1, so what are you multiplying it by?
The x and minus 2.
All right, that's all you do. This has x minus 1, but this says x minus 1, that says x minus 2. So what is this missing? X minus 2. So I multiply it by x minus 2. What do I multiply the top by?
X minus 2.
The same exact thing. This guy's missing a what?
X minus 1.
So what do I multiply by?
X minus 1.
So if I multiply the bottom by x minus 1, what should I multiply the top by?
X minus 1.
Now this becomes my bottom. I'll just leave it as x minus 1 times x minus 2. The order doesn't matter because it's multiplying. Top becomes 2 times x minus 2 plus 3 times x minus 1. What can I do next? All right, you got to use your distributive property. 2 times the x and then 2 times the negative 2. 3 times the x, 3 times the negative 1. So this becomes 2x minus 4 plus 3x minus 3. The bottom stays the same, x minus 1, x minus 2. Now what can I do? I can combine. What can I combine? I combine this positive 3x with this positive 2x. What else can I combine? The negative 4 with the negative 3. So I think my final answer is 5x minus 7 is on top. X minus 1 times x minus 2 is on the bottom. And I'm done. So the basic idea, the first thing that you do is what you would do with a regular fraction here. Just like with this one, I'd multiply by 7, multiply by 7, multiply by 5. Where did I get the 5 from? I got it from here. Where did I get the 7? I got it from here. I do the same thing here. I get an x minus 2, put it there. I get that x minus 1 from over there. And then the rest is stuff that we've gone over already. Using your distributive property, which is what you learned in 3rd grade. Combining things that are the same, which I would hope makes sense. You have 2x's, you have 3x's, you have 5x's. You take away 4, you take away 3, that means you're just taking away 7. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please watch some more. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends about me.
Please.
Enjoy your day. It's called being polite.
Click on this video.
Subscribe.